Welcome back to the Back Patio Podcast on the Drizzy Dracon channel. I'm here today with Sloane.
Hi.
And Lance.
Hi.
Actually, that's more normal than the last one you did, I think.
Oh, here. Are you back?
No, I'm good. Man, we could have had. We had one good take.
I have to ruin it. It's part of the joke.
Yeah, that'll be your signature move. Sloane's will be the hey. Obviously, I announced the channel, but yeah, we're back today. Still haven't posted the second episode, but I will soon. Trust me, I'm working on it. I just need to make sure that there isn't anything bad in it.
This is the third episode, so you've already posted the second once they've heard this.
Yeah, but giving them time frame wise, it's Anyways, yeah, we're back here today. We have some juicy topics to start with. Sloane, your coworker's racist.
Oh yeah, what's happening?
You went to a party.
I heard that. I am so confused.
Yeah, so at the party, so it was honestly really awkward at first. So we walked in and decided he was going to start opening presents. And then we showed up, and then that's when he started to open them.
Oh, damn.
And
you didn't take the margarita stuff with you.
I know! I noticed that like halfway through the drive, and I was like, okay, so I forgot half of his present.
It's fine, I'll drink it. No, I'm just kidding. Continue.
Hey. What happened? So I forgot the wine, and then he was opening presents, and then his grandma, like his Mima, his mom, and his like sister.
Oh, so this was like,
and like all of his like other like random people that he knew were there, and then
that's like an everybody
like half
party.
of the people that I go to work with were there too. So it was like weird as fuck. And
I wouldn't have never thought of like inviting family and friends to the party.
I know. I was like,
oh, my mom would lose her shit if I ever like invited any of you guys. Like, not even like in a rude way. She just, it's moms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
But it's weird like that because if you have a family party, it's like for a close family. Like I think that if I had a party with my mom and dad, I might invite some friends over because that's what you did as a kid a little bit, That's when you invite for, but now it's like two different parties.
My aunt likes to invite her friends over, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. Sometimes if she knows the person, she'll be like, hey, bring that person over, But like, it's only when it's like that. Like, when they actually like know you and they like you.
Right. Yeah, but I would never think about like inviting you guys to a party that my mom was throwing kind of thing, unless they specifically said.
No, I would never do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird that did that. I don't know. Maybe it's just say down below in the comments if that's the kind of birthday party you have.
But no. Wait, I want to track my statement. This is gonna go out on the internet. I just realized.
Respect for you for having a good relationship with your family.
Yeah, literally respect to that.
We're saying this from a perspective of our parents would be horrible. Like, at least for me,
like,
my parents would hate it. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. My family members make other people uncomfortable, and so that's why I would not invite them to things.
It's about both. It's a little bit of both. It's like bringing two friend groups that have different personalities together.
Exactly.
Sometimes it would just be a weird experience.
Like all the parties I threw where you guys showed up and it was just
like,
these people are weird, and then they were like, these people are weird, and you guys were in the right.
Yeah, because we were like, okay, these are some strange fellas. I was thinking that for sure. I was like, man.
But back on it. What happened?
Yeah. Anyway, opening presents. You forgot the margarita.
He was opening presents, and it was like kind of awkward, but we opened up a little bit. But then once he stopped opening presents, one of my coworkers went into the kitchen to do something, and then one other coworker went in, and then I decided I'm not gonna be alone, and so I went, and then everybody else did, and then he was like, oh, okay, and we started to like hang out, and then took too many shots.
Yeah.
So we pre-gamed here, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even have one full glass. Like, they were chugging. They were going at it. And I gave them everything. I was just like, go. Like, I'm not doing that. I had a White Claw.
Hey,
Like, I sipped one. That was
Yeah,
it.
because y'all opened a new, like, tequila bottle or something.
That was Ellie's.
Were you guys mixing it
with the lemonade? It was so good.
Oh my god.
It was amazing.
But that was before this one, wasn't it?
Yes.
I made 2 batches of lemonade, and the first one I didn't like because it was too tart.
It's good.
I
Well, it
liked
worked to mask the
I like
alcohol,
sour
though.
lemonade. I'm not gonna lie.
Lemonade should be sour.
Yeah.
But your sweet lemonade, also very good. I
Yeah.
like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this one's still sour. It's pretty tart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we were in the kitchen. Sorry, I forgot what story I was taking, what I was trying to say. But so we were in the fucking kitchen taking shots, right? And chugging them. And then he says, just because you're Mexican doesn't mean you can chug like shots like that or like drink like that, like something like that. And I was like immediately, I think it showed on my face. I was like, I don't know if
I think that was supposed to be a joke, but that's a really bad joke.
No, I think she just got the wrong point across. And
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know if that was the point. I was gonna say something like that, but then I was like, he would just say something back, and then I'd be like, he's like what? You know, like she'll retort real quick, and then I'll be like I don't want to. I'm really bad at confrontation like that anyway, and so I'm not about to say that.
Yeah, I mean, but it depends on the relationship too. It kind of comes out of nowhere, and to do it at a party
depends,
like that
though.
is kind of
Like,
strange.
if you're white and you're saying anything, you're just racist. Sorry. You know.
It definitely depends. Like that was your guys' dynamic, and that makes
That's
sense.
what I'm saying.
But
That's what I'm
especially like at a party with like other people.
Yeah, in
Like,
front of other
Especially,
people.
yeah, in front of like
Don't
family
do
and people
that.
that you
Because
don't
they
know.
can, like,
That's what I'm saying.
That can be.
That's just racist.
That's very racist. Like just don't say that.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
they don't.
just
They don't have the
racist.
context behind it either.
But
So it's
also,
like,
I don't know. I don't even know. It's there's not even context.
No, like
there
I'm saying
shouldn't
that
even
they've
be
never
context.
seen them
You shouldn't
interact.
even say it though.
Yeah.
well, that's
Sorry.
we're saying yes. We're saying the same thing. I'm just
Okay.
saying that like, if it's normal between them, just bring it up without context in that rivalry. That's the first thing you say to each other or something like that. Yeah,
Are they, like,
it's like what the
friends?
fuck.
Okay, so is
That's-
like
I guess
honestly
we can say that.
amazing, but she is. I don't know what's going on with her. Like,
But is she friends with what was?
she's not like friends with anybody at work.
But she should have
Yeah, that she knows she shouldn't.
that it makes it so much worse too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Like,
makes
that
it
it was
all worse.
inappropriate to begin with, and the fact that like that's just like
They're not watch
comes out of the gate with like that's highly racist.
Yeah, because you don't even know the person that much. Like with me and my
They've
friends,
known
it
each
was
other
different.
for like 4+ years now, probably 5.
But they're not close. You said.
Like,
Do they hang out a lot outside of work?
no, like they go like you know, to work outings, like when there's a birthday or like something like that.
Yeah, that's not appropriate.
Yeah, no, that's not.
I'm sorry.
You should have said that. My bad.
I honestly didn't. I didn't.
Because if they
feel
were close friends,
comfortable-
that would make a difference, right?
I didn't
Lance?
feel comfortable saying anything because I didn't say anything and he's fucking dating her. So
Yeah.
no. So the 2 girls who came over, they're basically dating.
Oh.
No, these are the people you've told about, the probably lesbians.
Yes, exactly.
Yes,
You
okay.
met them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
I
finally
thought-
met the probably lesbians. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought you brought
Sorry.
over. My bad.
Sorry
No.
for passing out, by the way. I got so
Oh no,
tired.
you're all good. I was like, shut up. Like I don't even know
You
if
guys,
they're
no,
like.
I sleep like a log. You guys could have been screaming over my body. Literally tried to wake me up before, and I just.
I didn't want to wake you up at all. So I was just
you
like,
guys
shut
did
up.
not wake me up, and I promise that once again I sleep in your guys' living room. You guys are welcome to do whatever the fuck you want to do around me, and I do not care. You guys could be watching anime at full volume.
To clarify, Lance is not sleeping on the floor of the living room, the couch or something.
I'm
Lance-
sleeping on the floor of the living room. Actually, they have not let me have a bed. I'm not allowed to have a sheet.
Okay, but
I
anybody
just have
that's
to
been
wear
to
my
our house knows that we
clothing
have a shit ton of
and
squishmallows,
sleep on the
man.
floor, and it's cold, and I'm shivering.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I have my bed. I just moved in with them, and yeah.
There's not really like
There's not a room. Because
So
There's honestly.
he does have a
no room for me.
mattress there and a shit ton of squishmallows, so I think it's pretty comfy.
Oh, it's very comfortable.
I'm kind
It
of
looks
jealous because
really-
I think that would be really comfortable to sleep on.
Well, apparently my bed's uncomfortable according to everyone else. I have a firm mattress because, like,
I have back problems. That would honestly really help.
yeah, I have back problems. My mattress needs to be like a board.
And since it's on the floor too, it's gonna be like.
It's so nice.
Okay, maybe I won't like your bed. I like to have a little squish.
I sat on it once and I was like, ooh. I liked it. I
Okay,
don't know.
I'm glad at least one person. You can sit on it whenever you want, by the way. There's a reason I put it out there. Like, the original plan was to, like, make my own little space, and I was like, I sleep with my clothing on to begin with. I don't want to just take
Where'd
your
Bailey
guys'
go?
like living room or like your dining room or
Bailey.
any other space. Like, I can sleep with the Squishmallows and make it a comfortable place to sit, like, in day-to-day life. So, like, it just kind of blends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I
put
think
Bailey
that's
inside?
really cute too.
We found Bailey. She was just
She was
roaming
in
around
outer
in the
space.
dark, I guess.
She's flying to the moon.
You got anything to say about your disappearance? Are you guilty? You refusing to speak in the microphone? She was refused to give a comment on her presence or her whereabouts. We think that it might be a hoax. Just
Conspiracy theory.
yeah, fucking Fox News.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that was kind of racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, she brought the wrong energy, man. Wrong energy.
Yeah.
Did you at least have like a little bit of fun at the party?
It was great seeing. I honestly wanted to. I should still text him. I've been meaning to text him. It was really great seeing him.
Aw.
And also, I met. Oh, that's his fucking name. He works at Zia,
Oh my, wait, which Zia?
the one close to here. And I'm like, you know all of my roommates. I know you do.
They are in there. 20.
Yeah.
I actually think I might know because I worked at his location for like a day doing
I
it.
don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I've worked at a lot of. I've literally been like around at a bunch of different Zia locations, just like when I worked there, because I was pretty okay at doing inventory very fast.
Nice.
Because inventory's a nightmare.
Yeah.
You have to scan every CD
Ew.
and every DVD
And vinyl.
and that's everything.
That's crazy.
Bam.
So it's like a whole day. Like every time
Yeah.
we have to stagger the stores because we send people from other stores to other like places to help do it because it takes like 3 days. Especially at the Camelback location, that took forever.
Mm-hmm.
You
No,
heard it
I
here,
think I
folks.
went there once. It's huge. They
Energy
had
inventory is
SZA,
difficult.
and I was so close to getting it. It was like $25,
Oh,
but I had to save my money.
boo.
Yeah.
That shit is tart.
It's a good job, minus the fact that you don't get paid anything, and crackheads threaten you, and
Wow.
it's a little bit wacky.
Yeah. Sounds like shit.
I like the book section. I gotta work with a lot of really rare books. One time, my favorite book I found $100 book. Like someone sold like a bunch of their old books for like barely anything because like it's pretty hard to find the price of some of them, like especially the old ones because they're just pretty rare. And so I was looking through. I found like a book from 1980. I think. No, sorry, not 19. 1890. Around that time, and it was signed by the author
Oh wow.
from 1890.
What the fuck?
And it was like in insanely good condition. It got put in a special glass case. I was like, I did my job today. I found a rare book.
You did. Oh my god. That's crazy.
That's where I got my anarchist cookbook.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was like I think $200.
Oh wow.
That's why it's not on the bookshelf of my other books, because it is very fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Ridiculously expensive, actually. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want that damaged. It's really old. It's from 1970.
Damn.
It's 11th printing, so it's still, like, gutted a little bit by the government, but it's still just a fun thing to own. I just wanted to own it.
Right? Yeah.
It's so cool.
We went down a really weird tangent.
Sorry. See your record. Love it. Great place.
Yeah, it is a great place.
So you met at the party.
Yeah, that's his boyfriend.
Aww.
Yeah, he's really cool. And I got to meet his dog. Really sweet.
How many dogs does he have?
He has two. They're like husky mixes of some sorts, and one has really, really long hair, and then one is like a haired one. It's really cute. They're really fluffy, and they're really, really handy.
I'm jealous.
I was about to ask, what kind of dog would you want, but everybody said Bailey.
I would want a Bailey too.
If not Bailey, I want a Whippet. I think Whippets are very funny dogs. When I was in Scouts, I used to sell stuff like door to door for Scouts, and
You know what a Whippet is? There's two things that has to be called Whippet. Whippet is, I guess, a dog, but Whippet is also when you like inhale
snort.
nos.
Yep.
So you get high as fuck.
Yeah.
So it's called a
I
Whippet.
know about those.
Yeah. So it's like.
But no,
really
Whippet the dogs.
Yeah, I really want to whip it. And I was like,
never heard of the Whippet dogs.
Oh my god, I have to shoot.
neither.
They're like sleek little runners. They are meant to run. They are just like really skinny, really tall dogs that are just like
Are
little.
you talking about the Russian lady? That one?
I'm talking about the ones that are just like really long.
Yeah, with the long snout.
Or, well, no, I'm not thinking about that one. How about the ones that are like, they're like stick legs?
This is a Whippet.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, the Russian lady.
Yes, I want one of these dogs so bad. Look at how fucking stupid it looks.
It looks really stupid.
I love them.
Yeah, I wanted an Italian Greyhound so
Oh.
bad. I think they look stupid as hell.
I'm gonna look up Italian Greyhound.
I love them. And I also love pugs because they look stupid as fuck.
I just like dogs because I can make fun of them because it looks stupid.
Oh my god, yes, it's the same kind of thing where they just look like that.
Yup,
They
exactly.
just, yep. Oh, I love them so much. They're such good dogs.
They are.
Oh my gosh.
I like dogs that look a little dumb.
My parents' dog I saw today, his name's Franklin. They got him when he's a puppy, and they're like, oh, he's supposed to be a small dog. Motherfucker massive. Like, he's not fat. He's not fat. They feed him very well. He's very well exercised. And my dad's a part of, like, a kennel club where, like, they do competitions and stuff, and he, like, catches things and catches frisbees.
Oh.
So, very active. But Franklin is just, like, up to here. He was supposed to be a small dog. It's like we got another dog from like a shelter too, called Chuck, like forever ago. He's gone now, unfortunately. But huge, fluffy, Icelandic sheepdog mix. He was supposed to be like we didn't know what kind of dog he was because they shaved him at the shelter, I think in order to like get rid of him faster.
Oh.
Grew huge. And so like every time my parents get a dog, we just accidentally end up with a bigger dog. Because we're like, oh yeah, medium-sized dog, okay, Franklin is big. He's just tall.
Right.
He was getting all the love from me today. I used to hate him when he was a puppy because they got him right after my dog died. And I was like, oh, you got a new dog, you replaced Chuck. And also puppies stress me out and they make me cry all the time because I'm so stressed out and having to take care of like a puppy. Don't like it. So I didn't like Franklin, and now that I'm like older and he's older, I'm like, oh yeah, totally chill.
Yeah.
I like puppies. They're great. Very stressful. Don't like taking care of them.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get a puppy. I think I'm only gonna get like dogs like from like.
I don't want to do the
like, a
hard part of
shelter.
raising the dog.
I don't.
Well, why would I do that when there are already dogs that need that?
Yeah, there's people that want puppies.
It's kind
Yeah,
of funny
I don't want a
'cause
puppy.
It sounds like, well, I'm going to come back into the child's life, when it reaches 18 because I don't want to do the hard part of raising them kind of thing. I was making a joke. My bad.
No, I get it though. I just everyone.
Because that's like the hardest part of the life of taking care of an animal, right? Is when they're a baby.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
Too
that's
much
fair.
work. No, thank you. That's why I have cat.
It's
Grumbles?
just a funny thing to
I know
say.
I can do it. It's just I don't have the time right now, and I want to be able to do it when I'm in a space where like I'm at home all the time,
Yeah.
24/7, and I have access to them.
I know. I was making a joke.
That makes sense though. But also pound dogs, like you want.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't adopt older dogs.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
what
no.
I'm saying.
No,
I'm just
we're not-
saying
we're not
it's
twisting
funny
this idea.
sounding to like I don't want a puppy because I don't want to like deal with like really raising a child kind of thing. I want to come back when they're older. I was just making that kind of joke. My
I
bad.
also don't want a
I
child.
understand.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No,
Too much
that's right.
work.
That's how you get people that
But yeah.
are raised without parents.
I know for a sure fact I could never handle a puppy. So
I'm not-
But yeah, people should adopt older dogs because
At least
they need
I'm
some
not
love.
birthing one.
'Cause everybody
My
wants
partner's
one.
gonna have a kid if they want one. Or we're adopting. That's it.
there you go. Speaking of adoption,
Huh.
I do want to say, in most cases, adoption highly unethical. That is I'm adopted, so I have like a
Really?
weird background of I am adopted. Yeah.
No, I meant like the unethical part. I knew that you were adopted. Although I only knew that when you mentioned that briefly the other day.
Yeah, but so I'm adopted, and I have an adoption rant. Adopting babies is one of the most unethical things you can do because it is this is like in no way adoption has been like twisted differently in the American perception to a point where like saying you don't like adoption is kind of like a horrible thing, which I get. Kids need to be adopted, but the thing is, babies, there's like waiting lists for babies, and also it's like
Don't want
it's
babies.
a form of, in my brain and a lot of adopted children's brain, it's a form of human trafficking because you're taking this kid from a family who wouldn't be able to afford it, and the issue is that the family should be able to afford it because the government should provide an assistance when you have a baby, or should provide helpful birth control or prevention or stuff like that. And the issue is adopting babies specifically is there's a waiting list. It's very hard to get, and it's just it's like it's kind of taking a kid from a family who, like, my family wanted to keep me, but they couldn't because they couldn't financially afford it. And then the issue is like closed adoptions. I didn't know my medical background until I was 18 years old and I met my biological family because my family legally had to provide me with the information about my adoption. So there's like a lot of like weird stuff with adoption. So when people bring it up, I do try and make a point to be like, hey, adoption's cool and all, but specifically adopting babies has like a problematic thing. And I understand that like people want kids, and that makes sense, especially like queer couples. So like it's not like a huge problem. It's just there should be different ways around it, and especially because there's so many kids that like need to be adopted that are older.
I was gonna say, so you're saying adopt
I always
older
said,
kids.
ever since I was like younger, I grew up in, my aunt took me, but I was in the foster system. I always said that if I was gonna adopt, I was gonna adopt older children.
Thank you.
You know? Because I was thinking about myself and about my siblings, and they were older. They weren't babies, you know? I was worried for them.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm gonna adopt older.
No, there you go. See, this is in no way meant as like an attack to anyone. I in no way want to attack anyone when I say this, because I understand adoption's important. It's important that kids get adopted because in some cases they can't. They're from families that are so messed up that can't take care of them. Like in my case, that was my family. But I do think it's important that we try and turn the focus less on adoption and more on making sure you help families be in a place where they can take care of their kids.
Exactly.
Because I'm the only one in my family that was adopted. I didn't know until I was 18. I have four sisters. I have two younger sisters that are like younger than me now because my bio parents reunited after like years and then got married and had two kids. And then I have a half sister on my mom's side and I have a half sister on my dad's side. And like I was the only one adopted, and they definitely wanted to keep me. They wanted to be in my life. Like my mom wrote letters about me and then stopped when I was 13. Like she would like tell them what I was doing with my life, but like I didn't know any of this was happening. And that's kind of unethical. That's kind of a little bit weird. And like I love my mom and my dad, and they don't know that, and they definitely have like they believe in a different thing than I do. But as someone that was adopted, I think it's definitely to adopt older children, and especially when it comes to fostering, a lot of people foster to adopt, which is also kind of unethical.
No,
because reunification should be number one priority. unless reunification is physically impossible and under any circumstance. But reunification should always be the point of fostering.
Yeah, no, I totally, completely agree.
Yeah, and once again, I meant this as
but
no
it also
effect.
Depends on the family.
Yes.
You know, like if they are
violent,
doing
drugs.
Exactly.
Both my bio parents were on meth. Like, that's why they couldn't keep me. They did meth. And before she had me, she was on acid and coke. It's all written in her documents. Like, and I think there should have been assistance to help her because she was like 19. I'm older than my biological mother now. Like when she had me, and I have no kids. I'm the first person in my family to escape teen pregnancy, in fact. Thank you. Woo. But like I think there's like a lot of things that's wrong with the system, and so I always do, like, when people say adoption, I always try and make it like a point, like not to antagonize, but just to like bring up the point in their head that like, and you obviously get it. You were in the foster care system. I never experienced the foster care system at all. I was adopted upon birth. I got brought home by my bio parents when I was born. I mean, by my adopted parents when I was born.
Yeah.
And so you definitely understand it, and I am sorry that if that came off as an attack.
Oh no, no, definitely not. I just wanted to let you know, like.
Yeah.
I know a little.
No.
At least a little.
I have full faith that you would find a way to ethically adopt a child. There's a lot of people I've met that are like, oh yeah, I just want to adopt a baby, and I'm like, that's kind of selfish.
No,
that's
I would. Yeah.
Not to say like adoption's selfish, but like in some ways it is.
Babies do need to get adopted though, you know? Like I'm not saying don't.
Yeah.
Like.
But especially like private adoptions where you're like paying to have the kid you want.
Yeah.
There is like lines for babies that are like blonde hair, blue-eyed parents, and white. Like it's a racist thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's really messed up. Like if you look into the
your parents were literally on the blonde hair, blue eyes.
Well, no. I actually learned this recently. I talked to my parents about this because I wanted to have an open discussion with them, and we're now at a point where I can say, hey, I want to talk to you about this. And I thought they bought me. Like, I thought I was sold to my parents. I was not. In a lot of cases, parents buy the children. Mm-hmm. They pay adoption agencies and they buy the children. I was not. My parents did not pay a single cent for me. So that sounds a little bit weird, but my parents didn't. They didn't know what I was going to look like when I came out. They didn't know my gender. They didn't know anything. So that, at least on them, good thing. Like that fantastically done. They did it the correct way. But in a lot of cases, adoption, it is focused on getting a baby that either looks like you, or if we bring up the fetishization of like adopting a child from another country, or like an all-white family adopting like a person of color, and then not raising them in their culture or any of that, and just raising them with like, hey, we're white, you're white too, here you go, where's your culture? It's gone. Like there's a lot of issues behind adoption. It's really insane once people start thinking about it, because it's kind of fucked.
So you're saying it's bad to kind of raise them as
being white? Yeah.
Yeah.
You shouldn't raise them as a white person.
You should never separate a child from its culture.
That's fair.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. But then I don't.
It's like raising like any person from a different culture. You know, you're separating them from something that deeply identifies within themselves, and you can't have a disconnect between who they are.
Because they're gonna like go to school, and especially when it comes to like in today's day and age, there is a distinct separation between people raised different ways. And they're going to go to school with no background of culture. They're going to go to school not being able to speak the language that perhaps they were going to be raised speaking. Like if you adopt a child from like a different country. There's one Reddit story I read that was like, oh yeah, we taught our child Chinese because we thought they were Chinese and they're actually Korean. And it was like, are you fucking... That is, first of all, so God. And they didn't know until they were filling out paperwork for their kid to go to college. That was just a Reddit story, so it might not be true. But like, there's like weird shit that happens when people just do not understand that cultural background is important. Mm-hmm. Like, it is important that your child feels like connected. And that's why, for instance, you can't adopt kids that are Native. Like Native American children that are registered. Like
my childhood best friend actually almost did that. Her mom fosters children as well, babies, and it's kind of what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, she adopted 2 boys in the end, but they weren't who she thought she would adopt.
So she was looking.
She wasn't necessarily looking. They just, the 2 boys that she ended up adopting, they ended up staying a little longer than they should have, and she didn't want them to be placed somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
they're staying.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
My parents, my parents apparently, I grew up on a street where we had a home for kids off the reservation who got taken away from their parents. It was called the Marcus House. And apparently my parents considered adopting 2 children, Logan and Alan. I remember that was their names. And they couldn't because of laws in place, which makes sense. It makes sense.
It does.
There was a huge erasure of Native American families and stuff, and this has been a problem in the past, and it's why there is laws now. And so, like, as nice as it would have been to have brothers, like, I respect the fact that my parents shouldn't have been able to adopt them, and they weren't. And I didn't know that until later, because I just grew up hanging with, like, this group of children that lived on my street. And then the Marcus House got shut down because they stopped having funding. So, I guess, if anyone knows Logan, Alan, Cecilia, Cecil, or Lisa, please let me know, because I still think about them every day of my life, and they were my best friends. I don't know any of their legal last names because that was kept very private, so their families couldn't find them. But adoption's weird. that's the end of that discussion. Sorry for the rant.
It's all good.
I feel very
now.
strongly about adoption.
We had an expert join us today on the Back Patio Podcast.
Not exactly an expert.
Someone who has experience in the
you're
field.
very passionate about that. I'm kind of low key about my opinions. You're like, bitch. You know, like
You gotta know.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, sometimes people gotta know.
Yeah, because a lot of people just don't think about it, and I get why you don't think about it. Like, there's adopted people, like, on TV and stuff like that, and it's presented as always a very positive thing. The issue is, there's a lot of negatives that come with adoption, too. Like, my parents weren't prepared to have a mentally ill queer child.
Probably
They weren't.
Not, no.
There is no resource for, like, hey, if you adopt a child, it's probably going to be mentally fucked up in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Like, even adoption itself is a form of separation, and that already causes so many mental problems.
It does.
It's actually probably a lot of my psychiatrists have said it's probably the root of why I have borderline personality disorder, because I was taken away from the person that had me in their stomach for 9 months and given to complete strangers. And it's why I've never had, like, issues being separated from my parents or stuff like that, because I just have an issue in my brain that prevents stuff from happening, because that was a trauma that happened when I was born. Like, there should be a lot more education when it
Maybe
comes
you just
to,
didn't develop correctly or something, because, like, you need to be in the same...
Oh, I was also a drug baby. That's for sure. We know that. She did acid and coke before she had me. There's definitely a point that either she smoked or maybe something happened while I was born, while I was in the womb. I've made my peace with that. But also there's just, like, the fact that, like, that's also not included in the education when you adopt a child.
It's not.
I was going to ask earlier because you were saying that, and I was like, I don't know. That'd probably be rude.
I don't know for sure.
Thank you for clarifying.
My
I don't
friend's
know for
mom
sure.
has taken care of babies she's had to wean them off of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's so common, and it's also so scary, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And it's not spoken about.
no.
And they definitely, like, I think adopted parents should be screened that they will be accepting. They will be able to provide the medical treatment necessary for mental issues. Because I've known 5 other adopted people that I've just met randomly. Every single one of them had BPD. Every single one of them was diagnosed with BPD. And that's just not something my parents were prepared for. They weren't prepared to have a kid that was just off their rocker insane. Like, jokingly.
You're not insane.
It's interesting you say that, because, like, maybe it is something in the first few months after life, or maybe even a few years, where, like, there's a connection somehow,
Yeah.
They're in like the smells or something that. It's just that's interesting to think.
Yeah.
About. Maybe there's a study on that. We can look it up.
I kind of the only reason I'd ever go into politics is to push for better. Oh, there's a lot of reasons I'd go into politics. I hate the government. I fully hate the American government. I'd like everyone to know this. But it's a lot to push for like social changes.
Sorry.
And,
Lance's foot is getting
I
real
am
close
swinging-
to kicking
I'm
the
swinging
table,
close
and I'm
to the
like,
table.
yo.
But I definitely
Sorry,
think that
that's-
pushing for changes in education wise for stuff like that is important because not a lot of people are talking about it. It's mainly just adopted kids that end up like me. Like I dropped out of college. A lot of the people I know, they dropped out of college. Like they have issues, they have mental issues, and they can't advocate for themselves. And I wish there was more advocation for children in the system, especially in the foster care system, which is a whole different animal.
No, I totally, I'm with you there. Like, the only reason why I would go into politics is for those things. I'm very passionate about those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't really add much to this because I haven't really experienced either.
No. I can't speak for people that were in the foster system at all because I was never in the foster care system. I've done research, but I've never had the lived experience. So, but I truly believe in advocating for way better checks into the family that are fostering children. Holy crap.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I do too. Like,
So many stories.
yeah, like,
What are you?
Depressing.
What are you trying to eat?
What is she trying to eat?
chicken bone?
What the fuck? How do you even
A really
find
tiny
that?
chicken bone.
Bailey, where do you even find that stuff?
Bailey, babe, do not do it again. You could have choked. You know you could have died. Don't do it again.
Oh,
Bailey
where
almost
the
ate a
fuck did
tiny
it-
chicken bone.
Where did it even come from?
The outside, bitch. Did you know there was a fucking plate over there? Did you see it?
No.
I should turn on the light. They littered our neighbors. They threw it over the wall. The whole takeout container.
What the heck?
Did
Bailey?
you go in there? Did you?
I
look
wouldn't
through
know.
it?
I wouldn't actually say that.
Was it you?
No. The trash cup, when it comes in on this side, the bins are on the other side of on that side of the street.
So when
It's picking it up and it's chucking it like that, and stuff's just flying into our yard.
But it's all the way over here.
Yeah, there's a trash can on
no, like that way, like that wall, not the trash wall.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think sometimes that's where trash comes from, though. But fair enough, they might be actually doing that too. Because we do get shit on our front yard too.
College kids, and they're ruining up the environment.
More like ruining my fucking yard.
Yeah. I literally keep
Choke
all
my
my
dog.
trash in my car. Be decent enough to keep all your trash in your
Yeah,
car.
my car is a shitbag.
It
You know what
literally-
I don't do? I don't throw my cigarette
Okay,
butts
hey.
out the window.
No, I don't.
put it in my car.
Uh-huh.
How about this?
in a
How
water
about
bottle.
this? Instead of your car, actually the trash.
Okay, but at least the stuff in my car isn't leaving my
Yeah,
car.
exactly. Like, I'm not, like, throwing it on the
Like
ground.
I'm saying, my car should definitely be cleaned.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 'Cause
no,
that's
no.
how you get the fucking messy ass car, and nobody wants to drive with you.
Everyone,
You got like 6 cups on the bottom.
everyone loves
And it's
driving
like-
with me. My car's
Yeah.
a delight.
Uh-huh. A messy
You're
car
allowed to
has
Sharpie the
character.
inside. You're allowed to chuck your shit wherever. It is covered in drawings. It is covered in stickers. That's only the inside,
Okay.
though.
That's different than having literal garbage in your car, like crushed into the ground and making it look really bad. Cause
If you want to ride in my car, you're gonna have to deal with the garbage.
nope, I will drive myself. I'll be like, hell no. Cause I don't know. It's just like a polite thing to me.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
don't
have to be
care.
too clean, but like,
It
goddamn,
depends.
there are sauce packets
I've only
and
just recently
actual
cleaned my
garbage
car.
food on the ground. I will get upset.
wanna
Usually I
clean
get
my
it
car.
messy really quickly. Yeah.
I need to clean my car now that I have it back.
I literally never leave stuff in my car. Literally my car.
My car's a junker to begin with.
I just use my car every day, you know? It's easy to just leave
Did your
shit in
parents treat
there.
the car that way?
Well, my dad was gone all the time, and my mom didn't know how to drive.
Oh, shit.
So, my dad did. I don't know. I never saw him really.
Because like maybe it's like the way that you're. Because my dad kept his car pretty clean.
My dad kept it really dirty.
My parents keep everything immaculate. I'm just a mess.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but honestly, it wasn't because of my dad. It was because of us. My brother, growing up, it was hard to tell him to stop doing things when we didn't really know what he was doing half the time. Like he used to eat the cowbell's cheese, right? And
I love those.
Like the
Big
plastic.
ones. Yeah.
He would like mush it together, and in the summer the windows would get really hot. He would draw on it with that, and it ruined the window.
Oh my.
Yeah, like.
That's having kids.
Yeah, like that's just how life happens. Like when you have a car.
Yeah,
with
that's
kids.
fair.
Yeah. Mine's just, I don't want to deal with it.
No,
I have like a mental
yeah.
block between me and cleaning. Like,
Me too.
I like cleaning your guys' house because at this point, like, not because of anything you guys have done. I am
By the
living
way,
here.
my sister. Did you guys hear that? Did I already talk to you guys about
Yes.
this?
Yeah.
Okay, then never mind.
No, you're good.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that like.
I'm kind of
there.
helping clean this house because at this point, not because like any reason, I still feel like a guest in the house because I came in here late and I'm not currently paying anything because I just started my new job. I've been trying to help with groceries and in any way, shape, or form I can.
Yeah,
and as soon as possible, I'm gonna start helping with rent and electricity and anything I can do. I do promise you guys this. I pay everything on time. I have such extreme anxiety with money, but I'm gonna try and like help clean in any way, shape, or form because it's not like my place, really. I mean, it's my place, but also I'm living in the living room. Like I have to keep it neater and like make things nice. But like my car, junkyard. I own it.
Section this area offering if you want.
No, I like where I'm living. We've talked about this. I'm chill with it as long as you guys are comfortable with it. That's all that matters
as long
to
as
me.
you are.
Yeah, there's nothing like I don't really need privacy. I don't have like I'm done with my sis in the playway. I don't really have sexual urges. So it's not like I need like a place to myself to like do stuff.
No, I get it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
ew, gross.
Yeah.
Yuck. No thank you.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Someone once gave me a sex toy and it literally just sat there like mocking me on my side table and I would just like
No.
look at it. I'd be like, I don't even know how this works.
No, legit. I get it. Yeah.
Like I don't care. I don't have that kind of stuff. I'm asexual. Other people have different needs. I have my own needs.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I get it.
Works out in the end, I guess.
As long as you guys are fine about someone sleeping there sometimes, that's all that matters.
Yeah, dude, that's chill, to be honest. Because sometimes you're still awake and I'll be like, oh, hey, night owl.
Yeah, when we're both awake at 3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
and Drake comes out and I'm on my phone playing my little card video game.
It's like, another human is awake. It's a far off land at night. It's a different place.
Sleep is for the weak. Okay, sleep.
Motherfucker, I
It's a
sleep until
wonderland. I like it.
I sleep until 2 p.m.
Impressive. I sleep minimum usually of 3 hours a night. Today I slept in, so I slept like a long. I can sleep from like 12 to like 2 hours and still be functional. I have like a really large frame of time
That's
where I'd
fair.
have to be unconscious, and I was like fine with it.
I'm able to kind of do that sometimes. But I like sleeping a long time. So I will if I can. You know what I mean? It's the weekend, I don't have much to do, I sleep. But anyway, I think that we're gonna call it a day here on the back patio. Glad you
Heavy topics only today.
Yeah. That was sorry, it was a big episode.
adoption rant. Yep, we're calling it the adoption rant episode. Thanks for listening to the back patio. I've been your host, Drizzy Drakon, Drake, and we've had Sloane on.
Yo, have a great night.
And Lance. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to us, so goodbye.